And can I just say, I am so excited to be here today.
Well, we are excited that you are here with us. Oh, it's funny. I was on a regional call with Georgia Alpazar yesterday, and
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
thought it was so funny that she could not work her computer and Zoom after all this time. And look at me! I
Can I
can't
say
work
I
my
had the
computer.
thought when it just went away? I'm like, oh, here we go again.
So Steph Huffman is still sitting here. Hi, Steph Huffman.
Hi, Steph.
She's like looking at me like I'm insane. And you guys, I don't think you realize how much energy has to be poured into a computer screen to give you guys some of it. And I hope you're receiving it. I hope you're getting it back, because like I have to be over the top, right, Kristen?
Yes, it's true. And not only are we pouring energy in, that we've got excellent information that's going to help them grow their businesses. And we're also going to celebrate successes, because y'all know that celebrating successes is hugely important in keeping us moving forward and keeping track of where we are in our goals and taking the next steps forward. So this is what we're doing today, and telling you about all the amazing events that are coming up. So
Yes, absolutely. And Stephanie says it's huge. Is that the Crown Kia guy? Oh my God, I
Oh,
cannot
please
stand
no.
listening to him. All
I'm
right, so
personal, I'm
guys, tell
personal
us
friends
something
with
good. Huh?
I'm personal friends with Friendly Kia Guy, so, or at least I have relation to a personal friend with Friendly Kia Guy, so we can't talk about the other Kia guy. It's not okay.
Well, I wasn't saying anything good. All right, guys. So tell us something good. What's happening in your world that you are excited about? Take a moment of gratitude and appreciation. Throw it in our chat box. Share it with all. We want to see what is going on that's so beautiful in your world. I shared this one with you last week, Kristen, or yesterday, Kristen. I removed the word busy from my vocabulary and replaced it with productivity. That's something we've been talking about on Ready and Read. And it just fueled me with so much energy throughout the week to say, I'm so productive this week. Like, it has been so amazing. It changed my whole outlook. So that was something I wanted to share as my success story. What is yours that you'd like to share, Kristen?
On a similar path, I've learned to look at contrast in life and things that don't go the way we want them to go as contrast. And it gives us and informs us of what we do want when we realize what we don't want. And I think that that's a really powerful thing, that we all have opportunity to choose a new path.
Absolutely. I love that. It's right in line with what we talked about this morning on Ready and Read regarding change and, the 1 year anniversary of stay at home. Most of us look at change, and we can look back in our lives and see change and think back into that moment of change. And in that moment, it felt devastating.
I love this. I'm sorry, go ahead, finish your thought.
So in that moment, it felt devastating. But then, as if we look back now at that change that felt so devastating in the moment, we're so grateful for the change and all the wonderful opportunities that came from it. So change can be a great thing. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Wally said that I am so thankful for an understanding wife during my extremely productive, quote unquote, time. And Ken Horner says, love all the great script partners in Ignite. I want to also say, I watched the J-Papazon on James Shaw Pivot Shift Ahead this morning. And that Pivot Shift Ahead group has been so powerful. I know a lot of our agents have really connected in with that group this past year. And it has created so much productivity and focus on the basics to build that really productive, extremely productive time in this last year of change.
Well,
So
and I
Go
had
ahead.
the opportunity to teach Ignite one day last Friday with Michael Reedy, and then I also and then I also covered for him when he was having his root canal. I was so amazed and proud of all the agents in Ignite, and they're actually role playing with each other, because role playing, as you and I both know, can be scary because it's so uncomfortable, but it really, I loved seeing it happen. And I know that they're all doing a great job. So just want to give a big shout out to our Ignite group and say kudos for all that you're doing. All right, let's get this show on the road. How about it?
That sounds great. Let's do it.
All right. Well, all right. So we were filling some buckets, and we want to welcome Miss Bryn Bennett, who is the wife of Mr. Joe Bennett, and who is also in our Ignite class. Neil Rubenstein, who has rejoined us. Thank you. Kayla Collins, Tracy Pinelli, Melinda O'Brien, Felicia Preston, Jay Rusher, Mark Stetton, and his beautiful wife, Dana Stetton, Tamiki Watkins, Jordan Woodley, and Deborah Palmer. Just going to take a moment to congratulate myself. Usually I don't say last names because I'm afraid I'm going to screw them up. So
You did beautiful.
So welcome, guys. We are so happy to have you as part of our Keller Williams family. We love being in business with you, and we're looking forward to making a positive change in your life.
That arm is just creepy.
I know. And we want to welcome Miss Crystal. I didn't even know her last name.
I didn't either, Montoya.
So Crystal is our new agent services coordinator in our Seminole Market Center. She is there with a big smile on her face, even though you can't see it behind her mask. But please stop by our Seminole office and make sure and say hello to Crystal. This is one of the main reasons I love sales meeting is we get updates. So market statistics updates is Mark Stanton from Hofacker, and I'm Miss Audrey. Oh, thank you, Shoba. I'll make sure and let her know that. No, Mark Stanton is actually a friend of mine for about the last 15 years, he and his wife Dana, but he just got into real estate, enjoyed our commercial division, specializes in the hospitality industry, and Dana has had her license for a couple of years and will be working alongside of Mark. So thank you for that question. All right, market update and statistics. Guys, this is brought to you, this is through the Pinellas Realtor Organization. What they look at is a 4-week market report, and it's the most updated version of our local statistics. Pinellas Realtor Organization also publishes monthly statistics, but the monthly statistics that they publish is still from January, which we showed in February sales meeting, so I decided not to show that. What I did want to show you is this is the 4-week real estate market report for Tampa Bay. This is for single family homes. This was pulled March 12th. If you look over here, I've got this area highlighted. I wanted to show you, I read in an article recently that February is traditionally the lowest inventory month nationally. So February was a tight market for everyone, but we are starting to see some relief in the amount of inventory. So new listings for the 4 weeks was up, percentage of 4 weeks active was up 14% over the previous 4 weeks. So that is a great sign. So for all of Tampa Bay, there are 2,106 active listings. There are still 3 times that number pending. So expect another extremely high absorption rate for February for single family homes in Pinellas County. It was 105%. What that means is 100 listings were put on the market, 105 were actually sold. In December, the absorption rate was 109%, meaning 100 listings were put on the market, 109 were actually sold. If you're wondering where that 5 or that 9 extra homes came from, they came from inventory over the previous month. So it was like this big coffer of inventory that had been sitting there, and we've just been plucking away at it month over month over month. Another thing to look at, back on the market, guys, 16% increase. So I taught a class, Red McLeader or Rachel McBoss or Red Boss Lady. Thank you, Tiffany. I'll have to change my name again. So guys, I taught a class called Finding Inventory. It was only about 50 minutes long. It is on our KW Chadwick YouTube page. Please go in there and watch it. There are some great strategies for finding inventory for your buyers so that you don't have to compete in such competitive multiple offer situations. Again, it's called Finding Inventory. It is on our KW YouTube page. Back on market is a great way. Go into Stellar MLS every morning. Look at what's back on market, because we see people being very competitive to win the contract, and then they're backing out during inspections. They're getting it sight unseen. They're coming down and seeing it, and they're like, oh, this really isn't a house for me. Or they're doing escalation clauses and it's not appraising and they're backing out. So those are a lot of reasons why you're going to see this.
Can I say on that new listing, seeing that was 4 week new listings, 300, right? I just looked at our 3 multi-year trends for January and February, and our agents in the 3 offices took 260 listings in January in 8 weeks.
In 8
200,
weeks. Wow.
right, in 8 weeks.
Well,
That
if you guys saw that, I got the ProTech report and we put out the number for January. Our 3 offices had 22.5% of the listing inventory market share. That's like almost 1 in every 4 listings a Keller Williams agent from our Chadwick office took. So guys, you got to use that stuff. It's on all of our Facebook pages. Go get it and publish it and use it and take more listings. Own the market. Don't just dominate it. Let's own it. Let's control it.
we're taking it up a notch from dominate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark this day, people. Today we own the market.
We own it. So this is for all of Tampa Bay single family homes. It feels so funny for me to sit here and having Stephanie looking at me the way that she is. I can see her out of the listening. She's just listening. I love that you're here, by the way. So this is Pinellas County because we do the majority of our business in Pinellas County. I like to look at Tampa Bay as a whole as well. So this is going to be the 4 weeks, 481 for the last 4 weeks. So in the week, there were 71, which is a 15% increase over the weeks prior. So there were 481 listings taken in the past 4 weeks. Again, 1,232 under contract or pending. That's three times the number of listings that we took, guys. We're selling 3 times more homes than we're actually listing. And we're closing on nearly 3 times more homes than we're actually listing. Another great way to find properties, what's been canceled. Guys, people who have canceled their listing during the last year, most of them are extremely sensitive to COVID. So you have to take a different approach. Also, stop telling people you can help them sell their home. You can help them sell their home and promise to find them a new home. They're not going to put their home on the market if you tell them 3 times the number of homes that get listed are sold and there's no inventory. Why would they put their home on the market? Where the hell are they going to live? You have to change your language. Sorry, I get excited about that.
Can I talk for a second about, we've heard on the vision speech that there is 5 months of inventory in the United States in forbearance, right? And I heard Jay talk about this a little bit this morning, that's 2.5 million homes in the United States that are in forbearance right now. And we're talking about finding inventory, right? And that's not something, Jay said, they're not going to post on Facebook, hey, I need help, I'm late on my mortgage payment. So just adding that conversation at the end, and I know you've probably heard this recently, but adding that question on the end of your calls with your sphere saying, hey, I just want you to know, if you know of anybody that's in forbearance or struggling to pay their mortgage, we have a plan that can help them get out of that situation. Just if you think of anybody, let me know. And it's a real sensitive, it's not saying, hey, are you late on your mortgage? But it's a real sensitive way to bring it up and to let people know that there is a plan, because what's the plan? Most likely they have equity in their home now.
Equity is the plan.
Right, exactly. So I just wanted to bring that up as we are thinking about new ways to find inventory.
And you know what's interesting about that forbearance, because I just want to caution anybody who's holding their breath, waiting for the bubble to burst, is that forbearance, the number of homes in forbearance doesn't mean necessarily the number of people who cannot pay their mortgage.
Right.
They can have elective forbearance even if they can pay their mortgage. So it's a little bit of a false indicator. Just
right.
Saying that. All right. I did leave this up. It's from last week. I'm sorry, last month. Just again showing you the market update with this is from January, but I did want you guys to see the number of closed sales has increased January over January 20%. You can see the median sales price is at $225, which is up 28%, and the average sales price was $308, up 17%. Median time to new listings down here for January was actually down 14%. Pending inventory, though, was up 25%. And then month supply of homes, and this again was for January of 2021. You know what? I apologize, guys. Don't look at this slide. This is for condos and townhomes.
Well, it says, but if I was going to ask, is this for townhomes and condos? Because if it is, what it's telling me is that because the single family homes have been tapped out, people are actually looking at, we've been saying it, right, Rachel? Show people townhomes and condos. And it looks to me like it's happening. People are starting to see that as an option because there might not be the other options that they want.
Well, yeah, and a townhome is so much different than a condo. I wish we could separate out the statistic because, like I tell people all the time, I live in a townhome. I have my own backyard. I have my own front yard. I have my own garage. I don't have a shared elevator. I don't have to, like, it's just, I pull in my garage, I walk into my kitchen, I unload my groceries. It feels like a home, except I don't have any maintenance. Yay me. So there, you know, it's definitely an option, especially if your buyers keep missing out on opportunity or they're not seeing what they want to. Again, we talk about this in the Finding Inventory class, so I highly recommend that you guys go back in. You got to change your language. Your consultation that you used to have with your seller and your buyer cannot be the exact same that it was a year ago or 2 years ago. You've got to change your language. I forget my scrolly keeps moving this. All right, guys, this is our closed units from Keller Williams Realty International. So this looks at closed units as month over month, being January and February. Was actually up 17%, and I apologize, this says it's from February, so all of these are just for January. This has not been updated. I'm just going to skip that. I want to give a quick shout out to Brian Sprague with our developer services. Brian, you might be in here and wanting to come on, so I'm going to look for you real quick. Do you see him? Brian, are you here? If you are, raise your hand.
How about Reflection Sales Team?
Oh,
Reflection Sales Team. His hand is up.
I don't know how to click on the hands, and I'm looking.
I just searched for Reflections and found him.
Bye. You know, I think it would be in alphabetical order, but Shoba's at the top because her hand is raised. Oh, somebody did it.
You did it.
Neither one of you beautiful ladies look like a Brian. I'm just saying.
I know, we were like, oh, Brian's not here, but we are.
Well, we are so happy to have you back with us today. How's it going over at Reflections? Tell us a little bit, what is Reflection?
Well, if you haven't heard of it yet, you're not paying enough attention. It should be everywhere. So pre-construction condo tower going up on Mirror Lake near downtown. Yeah, we got our nice little render back here. So Michelle and I are both sales agents for Reflection, and we're still in reservation process, which has been going very well. I'll let Michelle touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, so we are over 43 million reserved. We are 54, almost 55% reserved. So as Rachel mentioned, we're still in the reservation phase. We're going to start signing contracts in the next 2 weeks or so. So we like to say you gave us the perfect segue. Speaking of condos, inventory, we have inventory. So make sure if you're showing condos to your buyers, if they're willing to wait or their timeline is appropriate for our Q2, potentially 2023 completion date, make sure that you include us, you know, when you're showing them, bring them into our sales gallery. We love sharing this stat, over 20% Keller Williams brokered. So we want to get in front of you, our market center, as much as possible to keep that number up and to make sure that, of course, we are killing it in the Keller Williams representation here. So make sure you bring people to us. We have a lot of people renting for a couple of years too. So, you know, we've got the Hermitage Icon right around the road from us. So if they want Reflection really badly, we have inventory. We're pre-construction pricing. So we wanted to share that with you. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would somebody find you? Where are you located?
Yeah, of course. We're located at 600 First Avenue North, Suite 110. So we are the ground floor of the Sage Executive Office Building, right next door to Toss Salad, if you guys have heard of that. So as you know, Kevin's office is here too. And we're here 7 days a week. So you can bring them in literally any day of the week. We'll have somebody here Monday through Saturday. It's 10 to 5 and Sundays 12 to 4.
And
We're
how
also
would they
right
call
next
you?
to,
Say that again?
oh, call
How would they
727
call?
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
655-9100. And then my cell phone number, 727-543-9660.
And mine's 970-778-2541. We'll add it into the chat box too, just so you guys have that there.
We'll
Rachel
include
and I are
Brian-
doing it as you go.
Yeah, we'll include Brian Sprague's contact info in there as well, in case you guys don't have that. We're also right next to the new Floridian, so come see us and then go get a drink
cocktail.
there.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining us and giving us some great information on a beautiful project that our offices represent. So giving the Keller Williams love.
Yeah, thank you. We
Thanks,
really appreciate
guys.
including us in the
Thanks,
time slot here. Bye.
Bye.
What is next, Rachel?
All right, so it's awards time. Are you ready for this, Kristen? I'm gonna let
Let
you
me take a
kick it
drink.
off. Yeah, take a big drink of that water. I'm gonna let you kick it off with our congratulations to our KW St. Pete office, and on you, Kristen.
Awesome. So this is for February. Listings taken by a group, the Brian Sprague team, 6 units. By a team, the Kent Dudley team with 2 units. Huffman and Capon in the house with 2 units. Congratulations. And then Jennifer Thayer as an individual took 5 units. So this is why we are dominating the listings. KW Cares, Shannon, thank you for your $100 contribution. We're going to go to GCI for a group, the Antonowitz home team with $116,000 in February, the Kathy Stange team with $43,000 in February, and then individual Jennifer Thayer kicking it out of the park with $170,000 earned in GCI. Our highest price closing went to Kathy Stange with $3.4 million, and our highest price listing went to Jennifer Thayer with $5,050,000. That's awesome. Our first listing ever. Congratulations, or at least with our office, I'm not sure. Lorraine Armstrong, is it ever?
No, Lorraine's been in the business for a really long time.
Right. So her first Keller Williams listing, I figured, is Lorraine Armstrong. Congratulations. First closing, Harrison Ponce, and Jerry Eberhard. I'm not saying it right. This is
No,
why
you got it. Eberhard, you got it.
And then hat trick. A hat trick means that you have had 3 closings in one day, and you get that because you have scheduled it. So our hat trick goes to Tiffany Treadwell, Yes Home Team, and Becky McConnell.
All right, and I just want to give a couple of shout outs. Becky McConnell actually had a double hat trick. She had 6 closings on a Friday. I told her, don't do that to yourself again. And Lorraine Armstrong, love that she is now with our Keller Williams office. She's also on that Brian Sprague team with those 6 units taken. So that contributed to that win. And hey guys, watch for the Antonowitz team. March is going to be their biggest month on record. All right. So congratulations, KW St. Pete, for closed units with the Antonowitz home team closing 10 units for that $116,000 in GCI. Great job, Bunny Longwell team with 2 units closed, and Jennifer Thayer continues to knock it out of the park as an individual agent, 6 units closed. Our group for closed volume, the Herzworm team, guys, just with group is 3 licenses or more, team is 2 licenses, and individual is 1. So group Herzworm home team with $3.1 million. Becky McConnell group coming in at 2nd place, $4.6 million. And Antonowitz home team with a whopping closed volume. Is that a typo? We can't hear you, Kristen.
I do not know that information. One of our MCAs in the background is going to tell us though, because I know that they were preparing to make sure that we did not question the numbers that were put out there. So
Yeah,
just
I'm questioning that number. Like, should it have been 5 million?
woo,
Come on, Tiff. Where are you? Where
You
are
know-
you, Tiff?
you know,
want-
what I
what?
noticed yesterday on the region, the North Florida region for KW, is that Keller Williams St. Pete is kicking it out of the park. Ron Pratt said, yes, this is correct, Ron. This is for the month of February.
Okay, so just to let you know, first place, Antonowitz, it should be 5 million, not 35 million. Stormy just ran all the way across the office to tell me. Here she is. Woo, Stormy. Hey, but that's okay because I know after March, they have like 17 closings. They're already going to be about halfway to their annual goal.
Mhm.
All right. Yes, the St. Petersburg office was #1 in the region for closed volume for the month of February. So, and it's because of all of these great agents. Congratulations. Teams with third place going to the Bunny Longwell team was 677,000. Kent Dudley with his beautiful queen, Miss Michelle, 949,000. And congratulations to the Kathy Stange team and Debbie with 3.4 million for those individuals. Third place, Lisa Charest. She's coming back out on the court, man. She is coming in hot and strong. So 1.775 for an individual. Debbie Egan, 6.229. And will Debbie be able to catch up with the front runner, Miss Jennifer Thayer, 8.2 million in closed volume? It makes me think of the Rays games when the Coca-Cola bottles do the race, you know?
Right, exactly. Well, I just want to say when we make mistakes like that, it is just us casting the vision of what can happen in a month. That's all that we're doing for you. All right, so cappers for St. Pete, we have Michelle. What was that?
Do you want me to help you on this one?
Yeah. How about you do the runs? I'll do cappers.
Okay.
Michelle Adams, Sue Barber, Dana
Boyver, Donna Boyver,
Boyver, thank you. Come on, help us, Michael. Lisa Charest, Darren Dobson, Deborah Egan, Tony Krieger, Marion Jan McGuire, Nicole Molinaro, Rhonda Sanderford, and DJ Sousey.
And just on Nicole, it's now Diaz. Congratulations on that recent marriage. Our home runs, Annie Levine, Becky McConnell, Brian Sprague, Chris Price, Courtney Stein, Donna Bover. Did I do it right, Michael? Michael?
He's muted.
I'm muted. Yeah, no, you're correct.
Yay! Deborah Egan, Debbie Watts, Denise Antonowitz, DJ Susie, Eric Wilson, Jeff Joyner, Jennifer Thayer, Julie Sartain, no relation, Cashmere Parker, Kathy Stand, Kathy Stange, Kent Dudley, Kevin Cottrell, Chrissy Moore, Kimberly Van Herwine, and Kyle Sasser, Leah Hersworm, Michael Thompson, Monica Crawford, Pete McGann, Ron Platt, Stephanie Huffman, Steve Capon, Tally and Ernie Figueredo, Tiffany Lettler, Todd Eplin, Yes Huns team, and Mr. Zach Zender all knocked it out of the park in the month of February with home runs.
Awesome. Next, we have KW Seminole. So congratulations to our group for listings taken. We had the Hustle and Heart group with 3 units. Congratulations, Heather and team. We had the, is it Winia? Winia group with 1 unit, or team with 1 unit, and the Carolina Piamba as an individual with 3 units closed. Highest list price, we had Ian Bentley with 3.19 million. Highest price closing is the Sandy Hartman team with group with 1 million closed. And then for GCI, we have the Walseth team with 213,817 in GCI. And for our individual, Carolina, again with 37,965. Am I saying it right? I never know if I get it, Carolina or
It's Carolina.
Carolina. I knew as soon as I said it, I was saying it wrong.
She's not a Southern.
Face to face, so I can get your name right, honey. I'm so sorry.
She's not a Southern girl.
Okay, I don't know
She's
why.
she's a California girl, so it's Carolina.
Carolina with $37,965,000 earned in GCI in the month of February. Congratulations, Carolina. Home runs, we have Alana O'Hanlon, Carolina Piamba, Debbie Henderson, Heather Stotts, Joe Bennett, Kerbabeal Holmes, the Sandy Hartman Group, the Walseth team. Woo! And cappers, we have Mary Comercan. Yeah? Cormican, thank you. Patrice Hamill and Jesse Templeton. Congratulations to our cappers for earning 100% of your commission now. And then for hat tricks, we had Heather Stotts from the Hustle and Heart Group.
All right, and Ron Platt, I'm sending that text message again. Sorry, I'm doing this. I'm doing it right now, so it's not in Nicole. All right, here we go. Check my photos.
So let me just say that apparently the Platinum team, Ron Platt, had lots of closings outside of this market center, and they deserve to be spoken about. So thank you for pointing this out to us, Ron. That you closed 5 units with 2.3 million in sales. Congratulations to you and your team. And thank you for holding us accountable to be better at what we do.
Yes, and Ron, that is a big accomplishment because you're like in 2 opposite ends of the state. So kudos to you. That's a lot of hard work. So great job.
Everybody take it from Ron, take the lead from Ron. If we mess something up, please let us know because we want to celebrate you and you deserve to be honored for the hard work you do. So thank you.
Well, and take a lesson from Ron too. You have a real estate license in the state of Florida. Utilize it.
There you go.
You can go outside, you can cross a bridge to sell real estate. All right, so KW Seminole with closed units for the group. Whoop, whoop! Hustle and Heart Group with 14 units. We didn't have a team winner, but we got an individual with 4. Congratulations, Carolina Piamba. First listing, we don't have anyone that took their first listing, so I'm just going to toss that challenge out there to all of our agents in the Seminole office. If you haven't taken your first listing yet, you are challenged right now, right here, to take your first listing in the month of March so we can celebrate you in April. Go get it. First closing, Mr. Jess Reichenbacher on the Hustle and Heart Group. KW Cares, thank you, Sandy Hartman, for your KW Cares contribution of $70. Our closed volume for group 3rd place, the Walseth team. Congratulations with 2.3 million. 2nd place, Hustle and Heart, woo, took over the Walseth team with 3.9. She's coming on your heels, Sandy and Andrea, with 1st place at 4.5. Love it. Individuals for closed volume, Mr. Stephen Wolf, 960,000. Congratulations, Jody Staples at 2.59, and Carolina is just crushing the business with 1.394. Congratulations, guys.
All right, and in the beaches at Gulf Beaches, listings taken for the groups, the Orange Solution took 4 listings. The Snyder Group International took 2 units as a team, and as an individual, Jill Helgren took 5 units. Now, I want to report right now that this highest listing price of $25 million is not a typo. Jill Helgren listed the club at Treasure Island Yacht and Country Club, the entire club at 25 million. So that is true. So if you have any leads for that, go talk to Jill Helgren. GCI for a group, Lockhart and Walseth team was 74,628 earned in the month of February. We had Manley and Buns group with $28,022 and Jill Helgren with $61,840,000 earned. We had our highest closing with, I'm going to call it the Lockhart and Walseth team, a group right there. It's actually Lockhart Walseth team. With 1,160,000 in the highest closing. We had KW Cares contribution by our cultural ambassador, Mark Bassarap, of $250. Thank you, Mark, for always giving back and leading by example. And he also kicked butt with a hat trick And then first closing for Trisha Rafiti. Am I saying it right? I'm close.
You got it. Great
All right.
job. Great
So
job.
proud of you, Trisha, for having your first closing with our office. Congratulations. All
All
right.
right, KW Gulf Beaches. We want to celebrate our closed units with the Lockhart and Walseth team closed out 14 units. Our home team with 1 unit, Snyder Group International 1 unit, and Florida Suncoast home team with 1 unit. Congratulations to our teams. Individual, Mr. Bart Masserap.
It's Mark with an arc, just so you know.
Mark Basserap, tongue-tied that one with 6 units closed. Congratulations, guys. Our closed volume for 3rd place, Manly and Buns, or Manly Buns as I like to call them, 1,080,000. The Orange Solution at 1.3 million. And check out the Lockhart Walseth team with a whopping 6.4 million in closed volume. Our team, Florida Suncoast home team, 239,000. Snyder Group, 267. And our individual is 2nd place, Mark Basserap, and 1st place with closed volume. Congratulations, Ms. Jill Helgren at 2.17. Mark, you are right on her heels.
Woo! Wow. Fantastic. And our home runs, we had Jennifer Orns, Jill Helgren, Joe and Julie Snyder, Mark Basserap, Michael DiGiovanni, Ryan Amen, Sherry Scott, Sue Kwiatowski, Tanya Praglareco. I had to say that one slowly. Trish Rafiti and Wendy Lockhart and the Lockhart Walseth team. We have to include everybody there. Congratulations on that. And even the home run, let's include the Orange Solution in that one as well. So we get everybody on the team. All right. Congratulations to all of you.
All right. And you know what? Kristen and I have recently realized, and our entire recruiting team have recently realized, that we have a much easier job and a higher success rate when we get agent referrals. And you guys have been just giving us a ton of great referrals, people that you're talking to and communication with because you love our office, you love our culture, you love the training and the education and the collaboration. So we thank you so much for all of those wonderful conversations that you're having with agents outside of our offices and with people who are getting into the business and sending them our way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're getting a huge reward. You're growing your passive income through profit share. Kudos to you, Ms. Becky McConnell, Promise Toby Jr., Cashmere Parker, Joe Bennett, and Lonnie Orns. Congratulations. Hey, Kristen.
Yeah.
Next month, this list is going to be a lot longer.
It is going to be a whole lot longer because the referrals that we've been getting are crazy. Michael Reedy update.
Ooh, special announcement from Michael Reedy.
So we can stop share for a moment and have this discussion if you'd like. One of the things that we wanted to talk about is, just as we're celebrating a lot of wins with individuals, we also know that there are quite a few agents that are not necessarily seeing the same results. They're doing a lot of work. They've got a lot of people in their pipeline, yet they're just not converting into closings. And so one of the things that we have to realize, and this is the theme that we've had all week, which is if you do what you've always done, you will get what you've always gotten. And so we cannot allow for this concept to happen to where some people get lost in the dust. Right? We want everybody that's in our market centers, we want all of you to succeed. We want to spend 2 hours doing that award ceremony, and we want to stumble through all of your names, right? We want to do all of those things because it means that we are celebrating you and everything that you're doing. And so what that also means is that we had to take a look at ourselves and what we're doing to support you. So first and foremost, we want to make sure that we are having a conversation around your level of productivity. We're talking about getting back into the market center. We're still going to be CDC safe. We're still going to do the things that are necessary to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident, yet know that we have 3 market centers with, I don't even know the total square footage, but if I had to put it together, we're over 25,000 square feet collectively, which means that each one of you'd get 1,000 square feet on any given day, and you'd still be socially distanced very, very well. However, it's about getting into production. I know some of us being at home, we've got the dogs to take care of, you've got kids on spring break, you've got other obligations that are pulling you in different places. And what that might have done is it might have taken you out of routine a little bit. So starting next Monday, what we're actually going to be launching is something that is called Mega Mornings. And so every single morning in the market centers as well as on Zoom. So if you want to be in person, absolutely be in person. If you want to be at home going in from Zoom, we can absolutely do that. We're going to collectively be working on objection handlers, script practice, and we're all going to be lead generating together. You get to come in. We're going to be lead generating. We want to celebrate your successes. We're going to be giving away gift cards. We're going to be doing special prizes. We're going to really make it fun. And yet the most important aspect of this is to really make sure that you are committed to your business and that you have the support and the community around you. So that's going to start next Monday, directly following Read and Read. It's going to be at 9 o'clock. We're going to basically do from 9 until noon. There's going to be a portion we're going to be able to do breakouts. We're going to have script partners. We're also going to do the lead generation. That is text messages, that is Facebook messages, that is phone calls, that's writing thank you cards, whatever you do for lead generation. The one thing that you can't do is you can't not lead generate, right? We have to in this economy. You've got a whole bunch of buyers, you don't have any properties to show them, then we're going to teach you how to go get those listings, how to knock on those doors and find the inventory that's not on your hot sheet, that's not just popping up every single morning in the MLS. So know that that's something that's going to be starting next Monday. It's going to be starting on the 22nd. We want to see all of you there. We want you to be committed to yourself, and anything that we can do to be here to support you, we absolutely want to do that. In addition to that, we have also doubled down on your productivity, and we are bringing Bold back. Yay! Bold is not like what Bold was last year, and it's not going to be like what it was before either. So a couple things to take into consideration. For many of you that did Bold in person, part of the challenge is we knew that it took an entire day. Right? We knew that it was Wednesdays and it would go from 8:30 in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever it might have been. And even though you were there in person, you might not have physically and mentally been there, right? You've got a fire to put out, you're stepping out to deal with a closing, whatever it might be. That was happening often. So what they've done with Ignite or with Bold is that they've condensed it down so it's 3 hours a day, and it's going to be for 6 weeks. Right, Rachel, how many Bolds did you go to?
18.
18.
I just got my five Bold this year.
Kristen got her 5 Bold Battalion, right? So understanding that there are aspects of this that it's going to be important to say that by doing that commitment, you've got great leadership here within our market centers. We want to be here to support you. A big shout out to our business coaches that are there to help those people in the launch program. Yet we also know that Keller Williams International and MAPS Coaching have a wonderful program with Bold to ensure that you have the mindset. For those of you that went through Bold 2.0, which really shouldn't have been called 2.0, right? That Bold pivot that we had last year, it didn't have the accountability and it didn't have the team atmosphere. So understanding that the new Bold, which is going to start on April 7th, it's going to be 6 weeks on Wednesdays, and it's going to be from 9 a.m. until noon about doing the activities, very similar to Ignite, where there's about 30 to 45 minutes of the actual training information. Then we're going right into handling objections, doing scripts, and doing our lead generation so that we can get into business. So understanding that's going to be 6 weeks for 3 hours a day. It's going to be Bold local. So understanding this is going to be regionally. We are going to have teams. We are going to have accountability. We will have an assigned Bold coach for our region. And the great news about all of this is that it's 6 weeks, it's 3 hours a day instead of all day, and it's only going to be $3.99 for the entire program. So I know that personally, I was not super thrilled with what Bold was last year because quite frankly, and MAP says it shouldn't have been called Bold, right? It didn't have that accountability. It didn't have that thing. It was really more of a training atmosphere, yet it was better than doing nothing during the time of COVID. This is really an opportunity between Mega Mondays within the Market Center and also making a commitment to Bold is to say, if we're in the middle of March and you're not on track with your goals, guess what? The Market Centers are saying, we're going to do everything that we possibly can to eliminate some of those obstacles for you. recommitting to your business, doubling down on your business. If you are on track for your goals, make sure that you're doubling down in April, because I'm having a whole bunch of conversations with people who've taken a whole lot of listings, and I go, great, what do you have for April? And they're like, oh my God, I got to go find more business, right? This is absolutely the hustle economy of 2021, right? You can't just wait for the come list me's. I'm great that they're happening, and yet we really have to go out and find all that business. So if productivity and lead generation have not been a main focus for you, or even if you've been having a really great year, yet you know that there's more that you can be doing, understand that we're trying to provide every opportunity to ensure that you have that success in April as well as for the rest of 2021. And that's honestly those two things that are there. I know that we're going to be sharing out a link on how you can register for Bolt, if that's something that you want to do. And then you'll be seeing the advertisement for our mega mornings that will be starting on the 22nd.
All right, Michael, where is lead gen from 9 to 12?
Sure. So in each of the market centers, in the training rooms, we're going to have an opportunity to be in the training rooms. That way you can connect with individuals, or you can do this via Zoom. Of course, we still want to honor any of the people who are doing things from home. Do you know that no matter what, when every single person has a vaccine, or when it's no longer an issue, we are not going to be moving away from understanding that we will always have a physical and digital experience with this brokerage. That's something that we have heard loud and clear from many of you, that it still allows you to be a part of our culture, a part of our community. Yet being a part of a community is also to be able to be there for others. So showing up and making a commitment to your business as well as the other people during that 9 until noon is really just a great way that we all can rise up and make sure that we're getting our unfair share of the market.
So Michael, what if I can't be there until 9:30? Should I just not show up?
Sure. No, of course. I mean, this is an idea that it's not an all or nothing, right? I understand that things happen in people's lives. You've got kids, you've got doctor's appointments, you have things. Yet what you have, and we know this bold law, right? If you erase, you must replace. If you're showing up at 9:30, 9:45, fantastic. Whatever you missed in the morning, make sure that you're scheduling those things for the afternoon.
Okay, and last question I have for you. Will you, you do group coaching every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Will you put your Zoom link in the chat box, please?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, thank you. All right, and then if you guys don't know, Kristen does group coaching every Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
Except for the days in the weeks of the sales meeting, correct?
Yes, except for the week of the sales meeting. I do group coaching every Thursday at 3 o'clock. Except for the week of the sales meeting. And Lisa Spencer does group coaching every Monday at noon. So there are so many opportunities for you to connect and to gather information. So please make sure that you are taking advantage of everything at your fingertips. All right, we got to run through these pretty quick. Congratulations to Eric Wilson, the Eric Wilson Group, named Tampa Bay's top realtor by Watermark Magazine for the 3rd year in a row. Woo, woo!
Wow. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Now we got save the dates, guys. Check your market center calendar on at the beginning of the month, throughout the week. What's on here that's going to bring value to you and your business? We've got some great things coming up. We're going to share with you. One I will definitely point out is a contract class on the 26th. I keep hearing it day in and day out. Our Keller Williams realtors are the best trained, the most knowledgeable, and write the best contracts. And we have a contract class for you to revisit on the 26th. And we're going to talk about some other classes that are coming up tomorrow afternoon, St. Patty's Day.
Okay.
Stormy Lavin Saxton is going to be talking to you about some incredible tools that you have available to you to have an unfair advantage in this real estate market. These tools are not available to any consumer that is not using a Keller Williams agent. They have to use a Keller Williams agent to save money on their mortgage, on their insurance, and to utilize Keller offers. These are not available to any agent that's not with Keller Williams. So please join Stormy tomorrow, Wednesday, March 17th at 1 o'clock to really know what tools are available to you.
Can I just give a teaser on Keller Offers? If you've not been tuning into what Keller offers, it's not just cash offers on houses. They're also offering renovation options to your sellers. It's amazing program. Tune in and find out more about that. And then right afterwards, I'm hoping the next slide I'm
It is.
to is my passive income profit share class. And we've talked about the referrals that we're getting from you. I want to give you some more knowledge on how profit share gets paid out. I also want to give you some tools on what to say to make this an easy for you conversation, how to pass on the information to us, and just so that the time that you invest in it, because we decided it's not passive income, it's what, Rachel?
I don't remember what he says, but he says there's no such thing as passive income.
So good. It was so good. And now I can't remember it either. But the idea though is it's minimal amount of time for a huge investment. So let me give you some numbers. Last year in 2020, the 3 Pinellas offices profit shared back $737,000 to whoever helped us grow our offices. We want that to go to you guys. So far in 2021, our 3 offices have profit shared $77,000. That's up 25% from the average of last year's month. So we're already doing tracking way better than we did last year. So come find out how you can take advantage of that passive income with minimal time investment and a great payoff at the end. And then after that, we are actually going to be
Wait. So instead of bet on red tomorrow, we have bet on green. Woo-hoo! So we are going to be celebrating our 1-year anniversary of the stay-at-home order. We're going, and it was so cute. First of all, I gotta give a big shout out to Brooke Sutherland, who has joined our leadership team, working with our team recruit. So I'm in here. She can hear me, I'm sure, from her office. She brings me a big glass of water because she knows I'm going to need it. Yes, and so this morning I went into her office. I said, "Hey, Brooke, I need you to schedule an appointment for tomorrow at 4:30." She looks at her calendar and she can see I already have time blocked St. Patty's Day. And she's like, opens up a time slot, and I'm like, "Yeah, the agent's name is Mary." And she types, and I said, "Last name Margaret." So guys, come join us. We're going to be down at, I know there's Irish pubs all over. You might find one closer to your office. We are going to, if you're in the downtown area and you want to come to Mary Margaret's, we'll be there starting around 4:30 tomorrow. I don't know, are you guys going over to Corrigan's or anything in the Gulf Beaches office?
We haven't talked about it.
Girl, get on it or get downtown to Mary Margaret's.
We'll be somewhere. We'll make a plan.
All right, well, let's bet on some green tomorrow. We're not just celebrating St. Patty's Day, we're celebrating the anniversary of our 1-year stay-at-home order, where this time last year at 5 p.m., everything was shut down. Oh, there's contract class. I already told you about it. And then Agent Spotlight this month, we are featuring Terry and Troy Walseth, the owners of the Lockhart Walseth team. That's going to be on Monday, March 29th.
Can I tell you, the things that I walked away with is their humility in how they lead and how passionate they are about helping their agents achieve their goals, and just their thought process, how they think. Troy really demolished the whole thought that, we as agents, we don't want to ask for help. We don't want to get help. We don't want to give up control. And he just talked about how he truly demolished that thought process and successfully built a team. So there's so much wisdom in what they say. Please tune in for that. It's a powerful interview.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Kristen. And guys, if you don't know, all of this can be found on our KW Chadwick Group YouTube page. What you doing? We already told them. Sorry, Stormy was reminding me of something. I said, girl, we already got that. All right. So guys, we have all of our agent spotlights. We have contract classes. We have Ignite. We have Michael Reedy's specialties on here. Kat Boston, Prepare to Get Paid. Anything you need will be right here on our KW page. Guys, as always, we want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to join us. We've got some other additional things that we're going to be bringing you over the next couple of weeks. What we do day in and day out is think about how we can help support you and your business growth at a higher level. It is our passion. It is our desire. If you're not getting what you need, raise your hand, shoot one of us a text. If you still don't get what you need, shoot somebody else a text. We want to be here to support you and help you earn the income that you desire. It is our passion. So thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.